Hello everyone. Oh my gosh! I'm Pacific. Welcome back to another episode of Battlefield 1, and this time we're gonna talk about the Doomsday Preppers. Now, before I get this episode started, I got lucky. I got this radical camo. It's all green and stuff, but I want you to pay attention to something when I reload. Do you see the bullets? They're painted! I didn't even know this game painted them. And I got this camo for this gun, the MLE. It's not my favorite pistol, but I mean, it's so beautiful. Like, this gold is just beautiful. Like, I can't get over it. It's beautiful. Oh, hold on. Lads! You're going down, lads. Oh. I did a lot of... Oh, hold on. We got some enemies here. So anyway, I'm going to talk about what I think about the Doomsday Preppers. Oh, hello. Hold on. You didn't prepare for this. Alright. Anyway, if you don't know what the Doomsday Preppers are, aka the Preppers, they're basically these people, right? They live in all sorts of areas of, at least the United States, usually isolated areas, but they basically spend their entire fortunes and life dedicated to being able to survive the apocalypse, whether it be a flood, economic collapse, a nuclear winter, freaking zombies. Literally, sometimes they prepare for everything. I've even seen a Doomsday Prepper. It was like a community of like 8 different households, all in like this like neighborhood thing. Like, they lived in a town, but like the neighborhood of these 8 people was like kind of separated from everyone else, so they were like this little community of people. And these people went as far as taking CO2 powered BB guns and face masks and going through drills like every day, just like shooting BBs at each other and practicing practicing for the end of the world. I've seen some Doomsday Preppers who frickin' put within like a 10-mile radius of where they live, they have all these random, like, supply caches, as they call them. Dang, I just got a quad feed. Supply caches or something. They're like these little tubes that give them like a week of food, and they put them in like a 10-mile grid, just like so many of these like packages. And preparing for Doomsday is not cheap either. Like, it's expensive. It's not the cheapest thing. Ah, dang it. But it's not the cheapest thing. It's quite expensive, right? Because you got to pay for 2 years of canned food, 2 years of water, medicine. You got to keep replenishing it. Guns, ammo, hillbilly, just survival guides, all sorts of different things that you got to pay for. Honestly, these preppers, though, I kind of feel bad for them. Because I tried for 1 week to be a prepper. Believe me, it was nowhere any sophisticated like ways of prepping. But I gotta say, you're sitting there every single day. The only thing you can think of is the end of the freaking world. Like, you can't think of anything else. All you have to think, it's like a lifestyle of just being prepared for the end of the world to happen. Whether it be zombies, economic collapse, nuclear winter, anything of the sorts. But I don't discredit these people, because it's always better when the world goes down. You gotta be prepared. Because if you're sitting here like me, I have a job on the internet, right? As soon as like every single power station in the world gets nuked, I'm out of business. I mean, at that point, money is like non-existent, but it's like I am out of business. I can't make a little bit of extra money to go buy a food or whatever, and so I'm just like screwed when the apocalypse happens. And granted, I live on a freaking island, but you know, I have that. This is freaking island, but it's a bunch of old people, so they're all gonna die anyways. But these preppers, man, they plan so far in advance. Like, they go through different drills of, like, multiple different drills, right? Like, month-long trips to just do survival drills. And they know their drills by heart. It's like they know as soon as something happens, they have plans A through Z, and they know every single little detail of plans A through Z. It's like they actively study their ways of surviving the apocalypse. Sometimes I think these people are crazy. Other times it's just like, okay. I mean, it's kind of fun as a kid to prepare like, oh, when is the end of the world gonna happen? Dur 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 dur. You know, but that's what video games are for. Video games are the real calling in life, to training for the end of the world. You know, they are 100% accurate to real life, so you get quality training, you know. Who cares about practicing at a gun range or running around your yard or whatever when you have video games? I just think Doomsday Preppers are interesting people just because it's like, I can't think of being paranoid for the rest of my life that the world is going to end and I need to be ready for it. I mean, at any moment, you could look at the stock exchange and be like, oh no, stocks have been down for a month. Here we go. End of the world's happening, guys. And then you prepare, you sit in your shelter for like 2 years, run out of food, decide, hey, let's go out and scavenge, and the world is completely fine. Then you're out 2 years of food, you're not prepared, so you're stressing out, because you don't have all your freaking stocks of food and water and shelter. I mean, you got your shelter. This freaking dude with the hell regale. I would like to know your opinions on Doomsday Preppers, by the way. Do you think they're crazy people that need multiple shots of morphine just so they're not crazy? Do you think they're absolutely sensible and you should always have a million different ways to survive in case of any kind of version of the apocalypse happens? Go ahead and tell me that. You know, just anywhere. I like hearing you guys' opinions. I mean, I might take them for granted and be like, sorry, I'm preparing for the world, and I disagree with you. I am not wasting my time answering you, but, you know, I'm sitting at home playing video games. I'm not going out to freaking research labs and getting every single piece of information I can on every single disease that has or ever will exist. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm sitting here playing video games. But still, I'm preparing for the end of the world. You know, I'm just going to spend money on upgrading my computer, probably buy a bunch of video games, digital download, of course, because, you know, discs, I'm going to be eco-friendly here. Digital download, you know, don't need the discs, even though, you know, downloads aren't forever. Of course I gotta upgrade my computer. You know, make it use up more electricity than it already does. Just, that's how I'm preparing for the end of the world. But anyway, these are my thoughts on the Doomsday Preppers. I find them both really interesting and hilariously entertaining sometimes. Like, it's just, I don't know, they're an interesting bunch of people that are just interesting people to me. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, tell me in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, because I like making these Battlefield 1 commentaries, talking about random things. If you want to see my PC setup and buy equipment to use more electricity than you have, I have Amazon links in the description below. Okay, lad. I'm Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.